And we are live. We are live for our last. Gotta fix the hat. You know, the white hat has been washed just enough to mold a little better than this one. This one is not ready yet for prime time, I don't think. Hey, but we are live, and we are talking about your favorite YouTube stimulus package, which is me. A nose for life. I hope you guys are signing on and have been waiting in anticipation for this, our final Vlogmas, until our final live stream, I should say, until after Christmas. Hello, Bryn G. I'm glad that you liked the snowshoe video. So thrilled. I saw, and I forgot to tell you about that, Carolyn. She left a wonderful note about the snowshoe video. She loved it. She's from West Virginia, and she's an expert in West Virginia affairs, even though she is a South Carolinian these days. She hails from South Carolina. But welcome, and I want to welcome you to this edition of Name Your Stimulus Package. You know, it's funny, you turn on the news and you think, okay, everything's going to be fine after the election. We don't have to worry about negative news anymore. And it's just beginning. Welcome to Vlogmas 20-something. All I know is that we've had all of our Vlogmases. DJ saying, where's my money? Show me the money. You know, it's like Pakistan gets money for something. Everybody's getting money for something, and we got like less money. Jessica Harris says, sup, man, sup. Show me the stimulus, baby. Seriously, so I was trying to make the Ritz crackers tonight where, you know, you dip them in chocolate, and it went south. And somebody please tell me what I was, sometime tonight during the live chat, somebody's got to tell me what I'm doing wrong to the chocolate, because it all caked up and got nasty. Reggie says, saw the Opryland video. Why do they tease you about it? It's a long story. I'm going to, you know, there's multiple layers there, Bryn. Multiple layers. This is like right in my eyes. It's just not forming right yet. Jessica Harris says, did you put anything in the chocolate? A little butter. Gary Millwood says, hey, Bill. Hello, Gary. What's up? My favorite music director other than my wife. My wife is my favorite music director. So yeah, so in the news today, right here before Christmas, we were going to get a stimulus package, but it looks like Donnie's gonna veto it. Big Frog Barbecue and Cooking says, I was in the middle of your snowshoe video from today. I will finish it after this. Wise move, Big Frog. Jessica says, then you microwaved it too long. I know, too long. That's what I figured. I figured I had too much heat on it. It was really depressing because, you know, you've got the chips in the pot. Actually, I've used the microwave the first time, or the second time. First time I was using a pot and I'm stirring it up, and it was kind of it was just bad. I don't know what to say. I've made a nightmare out of it. Nathan at DJI or Nathan said, where did you hear that from? Which part? I'm assuming you're meaning that Donnie's going to veto it. I saw it on a Facebook. Not a Facebook message, but it was the president talking on Facebook. Getting $600, eh? Well, not. So speaking of in Canada, I was checking our analytics about like who's been watching the live streams, who's been watching our videos for the past 28 days, and it turns out about 8% of my viewers are from Canada. And I was like, uh-oh.
I told you.
I was like, may have messed up. I love Canada. I love Windsor. Used to go there all the time when I was a kid. Billy says, yeah. Said he wanted to spend more borrowed money. Yeah, it's because, you know, that's how you do. As you do. Juan Thomas says, yes, I'd be here. I hope Carolyn will be on the camera this Sunday. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know that this is our last live stream until after Christmas, but I don't know when. New Year's Eve, we have a church function, so we're not going to be doing anything New Year's Eve as far as on here is concerned. I released a bloopers video the night before New Year's Eve. I've told you guys about that. Don't miss that. It's hysterical. If you love giving me a hard time and making fun of me, that's worth it. There's even some stuff on there with Carolyn. You'll enjoy that a lot. Very enduring. Very enduring. It's very enduring. It's very endearing. Pull that up, Jamie. It's very endearing. Juan Thomas says he wants the money to go to the people and not other places. I can't say that I blame him, because if it's a stimulus package, aren't you trying to stimulate spending? Aren't you trying to stimulate the American economy? I don't know. This isn't really a political channel, but then again, maybe it is, because we are all recipients of, in some form or another, of the stimulus package. The problem is that it's not really, you're not getting anything for free with that stimulus package. Nothing's for free. Nothing's for free. Billy said, it's sad you have so many Canuck viewers. Eh? Got a lot of people in here from Canada, eh? Really excited about the show tonight. We're going to talk about snow and ice fishing. Hey, I couldn't believe it. It had like 7 or 8% in the past 28 days from Canada. I was like, oh man, I'm in trouble now. Because I mean, we were going to town last night. Great live stream last night. Great live stream. Had a great time. Jessica Harris said, question, how do I make a 4-year-old go back to sleep? If they've been asleep for a few hours, it ain't happening. It's time to put Barney on and get ready to play. And you chalk it up as a lesson, and you go ahead and get ready, because you're going to be up till about midnight or later.
Oh my gosh, DJI.
DJI says,
no.
Well, might as well start singing copyrighted songs now. Now it's a party.
Oh my goodness.
You got to be careful with that, because man, you'll get up in the middle of the night. From what I've been told, you can get up in the middle of the night and like eat the kitchen with that stuff. Debbie Payne says, I got to see the Christmas star tonight. Good for you, Debbie. We probably could have tonight, but I didn't think about it. I was so disappointed from last night. We had to go get a ham. I'm cooking a Coca-Cola ham. If you've never, I got the idea from Billy at Strong's Adventure, who comes in here all the time. And the last one I made was delish. So this year I'm doing it again. And making a Coca-Cola ham. I did it 2 years ago. It was a big hit. Hello, O'Brien. Debbie Paint says the kids love the Sky app you mentioned last night. They should pay me for that, Debbie. They should pay me. You need to tell them. You need to email them, say you need to sponsor Bill Marion. I've never tried to get sponsors. I think nothing wrong with the sponsors. It's a matter. It's a long story. I'm not even going to get into that. The bottom line is I'm glad they like the app. Dennis Jackson says, hey, y'all. He's saying, hey. He's saying, hey, too. Hey, y'all, we're back. Glad to have you back, Dennis. We're talking about being stimulated with the stimulus package. I think it would have been a little more appetizing if maybe, everybody in America gets like $2,000. And if they could get it to you before Christmas, that'd be awesome. And then maybe, the American people would have been like, yeah, Pakistan needs some money, and yeah, so and so. But you're going to give people $600, We're going to give everybody a lot of money. I don't know. It's funny because I toyed with this being a political channel when I first started it, like doing politics and stuff. And I thought, man, there's no way you can't even make your own party happy these days. If you try to do politics, you can't even make your own party happy. Strong. I was just mentioning you, Billy. I said that I'm making ham this year again, and it's the recipe and the idea and the way that you talked to me about it on the phone that night a couple years ago, when you're like, this is what you need to do, Bill. You need to do this, you need to do this. So I'm doing the same thing this year. Coca-Cola, going to do the Coca-Cola thing. And yes, I appreciate it. Hit that, Bill, we'll take that hat off. No, man, I ain't taking the hat off. This hat is beautiful. I made this hat myself.
No, you didn't.
What do you want? Let's take a wager as to where this hat was made. That's the question. Where was this hat made? That is the question I'm wanting to know. I don't even know if I can see it without here. Anybody? Let's take bet. You got 5 minutes to weigh in on this. 5 minutes. Where was this hat made? 5 minutes to weigh in on this. Anybody? Big Frog says Bangladesh. O'Brien says China. You got 5 minutes. Write these down, Carolyn. Memorize them. Strong's Adventure says Indonesia. Juan Thomas, China. Jessica Harris, Taiwan. Jessica Harris says updated. She played in her room for a little bit and then fell asleep on the floor. Oh, man. I hope you didn't take DJ up on his idea. I just really don't. Gary Millwood says Taiwan. O'Brien says USA. All right, 5 minutes is up.
It hasn't been 5 minutes.
It was made in China. O'Brien was right the first time. You shouldn't have changed your vote. Juan Thomas was right. China it is. China, that's where this was made. Joaquin Pleb says Mexico. Not this time. Yeah, it's made in China. made in China. So yes, no stimulus packages. It'd been cool if they'd had a stimulus package before Christmas. That'd be kind of nice. You know, like you get Uncle Sam sends you a check before Christmas. That'd be great. And it would have been even better if like it would have come in like a card, like a Christmas card, a red, white, and blue Christmas card. Many memories for you on this special Christmas. Love, Uncle Sam. Maybe $1,200, $2,000. Merry Christmas, baby. You know, a little CD with it or something. A picture of like the president with Congress and they're all like around a fire or something. You know, like a family portrait kind of thing, you know. Walt Thomas says it would have been nice. Yeah. See, Bill, you have the Utah flu. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have the my coronavirus. Get it? My Gary Millwood, your hair will never grow in that hat. That's what's wrong with it now. I started wearing this hat and never grew back. Billy says it'd be better if they take it from congressional pay. That's not going to happen. They're the ones that vote. They wouldn't vote that one. O'Brien says maybe even my tuition pay for it. That would be nice. Jessica says bad joke, bad joke. This is crazy. You know, you always feel like you're walking on eggshells when you start to talk politics, though. It's like, okay, any minute now you're going to see half of the chat room leave because you say the wrong thing. I'm just saying. So you get a stimulus package in the mail. What do you do with your stimulus package? If you got it before Christmas, what would you do with $600 right now? I'll wait on you in the chat room. Come on, help me out. I'll tell you what I would do right now. I'll tell you what I'd do. I would probably, $600 isn't much money. $600 would pay a bill or two. That's about it. It doesn't, you know, you got 3 kids. I got a grandkid on the way. What is $600? I mean, it's something. It's something. I mean, if you lived in Pakistan, however, you might get a little more. You might get a little more. Buy stock in Tesla. I think there's a minimum buy in there, though, Billy, because that's not a bad idea. Gary Millwood says can't go anywhere. No, can't go anywhere. Juan Thomas says, my house, you would invest it into your house. I hear you. Billy says, put it in the bank. I don't even know if I'd put it in the bank. It would start with them signing this kind of stimulus packages, $1 trillion, that money. Oh,
Jessica for the win.
What did she say? Well, obviously, tied 60% of it. Duh.
No, not 60%, $60.
Oh, 60. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
60%.
60%. Big money, big money. Big Frog Barbecue and Cookie says, don't need it. I'm essential. Dun, dun, dun. Big Frog is essential. Big Frog is like, I am. That would have been a good. That would have been a good tag as well, or title as well. I'm essential. Your essential YouTube channel in quotes. Billy says, send it to Texas to sponsor their succession. Juan Thomas says $600 times 3.3333 for 90 days. Oh, equals 3.3333 for 90 days. I never thought about that. A day. Retire on it. You never know. O'Brien says, buy a mic, headset, audio interface. Oh. I hear you, O'Brien. I hear you, O'Brien. I get you. You're right. You're right. $600. Doesn't seem like a lot. You'd be surprised what you could do with $600. You could do a lot more with $2,000. Gary Millwood says, I'm essential also, Big Frog. How many of you are essential workers? I think this YouTube channel is essential. It is. It's essential to me. It is essential to me. I think they ought to change the definition of what essential is. Billy says, get my lawn mowed. You know what, Billy? I was going to say something. Your lawn needs to be mowed. That snow, you're not hiding anything under that snow, my friend. You're not hiding anything. We know. We know. Get out there with that lawnmower, Billy. Make it happen. Jessica Harris says, I am technically an essential worker. Technically. She's technically an essential worker.
Billy, hey, and what he said, he has that shirt too. I love it.
What's that? Which one?
His next comment, he said, I'm an essential worker, so basically I'm a big deal.
Basically, I'm a big deal. Billy's an essential worker too.
Yep.
It's water. I won't get into too much detail because I want to give away too much privacy there. We try to protect all of our CIA informants and CIA agents, Juan Thomas being one of them. Juan Thomas, Billy.
Who's still too young to work. Too young to date.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of government shadow men and women here. That's okay. It's just sort of like a hub for, like most of the messages, Bryn G was on here earlier, and she's asking about the Opryland video, why everybody's she watched the Opryland video. She's wanting to know why everybody teases me about it. And I said, it's very complicated. It's a long story. But really what it is it's code for all of our government G-men in here to exchange foreign secrets. Harold Denton says, trucking companies are essential business. I work for the home office of Estes Express Lines. By the way, Harold, welcome. Estes Express Lines. I didn't know that. Gary Millwood said, just don't call me a hero. I am not a hero. Gary, you're a hero. You're my hero, Gary. You're a hero on this channel right now. Gary, you show up to all of our videos. You are a hero. I'll even sing a song for you. I'm proud to be in I cannot believe my video last night didn't get demonetized. What that means is that I did not sing in close enough approximation to the songs in those right keys in order to be flagged by the algorithm. Or not the algorithm, but the flag machine thing, whatever flags it for playing. Dennis Jackson said, I haul Teresa around. That's essential. Or he said, is that essential? I think it is. I think it is. A taxi service should be essential. Harold Denton says, trucking industry keeps the goods rolling to the market, keeps the goods rolling to the marketplace. Yes, it does. Trucking should be essential. Trucking should be essential. Honk, honk. You need to give a lesson, Harold, sometime on the channel. We need to do an interview with you where you tell people how they need to drive around trucks. I think that'd be awesome. Like to do a video about driving near and around trucks. What's proper procedure?
Get out of the way.
How do you know? How do you know if it's the truck's fault or your fault when things go wrong?
It's always the other person's fault.
Bryn G says, my son is an essential worker. All right, excellent. Gary says, thanks to all the truckers. Thanks to everybody out there who's been working this whole time and hasn't even complained about it. We got a lot of people like that at the church. They've been working this whole time, and they haven't complained a single time. Billy says, any taxpayer is an essential worker. That's what I think. That's what I think. There are obviously a lot of people who didn't get in. You look at it this way. Nobody wanted to take time off during this time period. Well, okay, I take that back. I take that back. There were some people that were like, this is good. This is going to work. Let's not lie about it, okay? There were some people when all this went down and they were like, we need to send you home. They're like, really? That's terrible. That's great. Gary Millwood says, if you can't see their mirrors, they can't see you. Well, you can't see their mirrors if you're underneath them. That's what usually happens when I'm driving. It's like, ah! Brinchie says, my son has been working 7 days a week for months now. Works for one of the major shipping companies. There's a lot of major, you can't stop the major shipping companies or that would mess up Amazon. That'd mess up Amazon. And that's the only way the economy is actually going right now is things being shipped places. Harold Denton says, I deal with the pricing side of the industry. Trucks have big blind spots. I can't talk tonight. Idiots need to not cut them off, pulling in front of them too soon or cramming in front of them or behind them.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was younger, I drove like a maniac. I'm not proud of the way I used to drive. That's why I let Carolyn do the driving about 90% of the time these days. When I was young, it's like now I'm in exile from driving. I used to be
You're only allowed to drive on the back roads. That's it.
I drive on the back roads.
And it's frustrating.
I drive on the back roads, and I let Carolyn do the interstate driving. All the driving around town.
Yes.
My nerves get up too high. In other words, I get too frustrated. I used to have to drive 90 everywhere I went, especially there in Barberville, Dennis. I used to stay in trouble. I get pulled over, they'd let me go. Be like, Bill, go back to the dorms. Bill, go back to the dorms. Calm down, Bill. That was a terrible driver. Billy says, next pandemic, we essential workers are taking off and letting the cretins work. Cretins, you must work now. Oh, would have been nice to have had a stimulus package in the stocking. Well, if Trump isn't going to pass it, there's not going to be one passed until the next administration. Bryn G says it has everything to do with online buying. Their peak season has been going on for a while now, not just this holiday season. That's right. If you're in trucking, Harold being one of them, or in that industry, you've been hard at it this year. You've not had any time off. Harold Denton says a fully loaded tractor and 53 foot trailer can exceed 90,000 pounds. Takes about a football field to slow them down when traveling over 70 miles per hour. And that's why I was a moron when I was younger. I was thinking, I am Superman. Nothing can stop me. I'm 25. That's the way I looked at things when I was younger. I have all the chances in the world. Anybody else think that way when they were younger, or you guys were all perfect and made all the right decisions? I'm sure you did. Bunch of perfect people in this much of perfect people. We've had a great time this year making videos as best as we can. What's funny is we actually, our views were up this year slightly than the year before, considering, and to me, that's quite an accomplishment, considering the fact that we were very limited on where we could go and what we could do. So we ended up bringing a lot of deja vu videos in some ways. And we had a couple of breakout videos as far as, you know, the Piz Got In was a good video. That was a good video.
That trip was just
lovely. And so I'm proud of that video, but it's been a difficult year for everybody. I don't think I have a right to complain. I really don't, considering what a lot of people have been through, and of course the people that have been sick, lost loved ones, had to take care of loved ones. I don't feel like I have a right to complain about anything. Harold Denton says, I was also a wild thing behind the wheel of a vehicle back in my 20s and 30s. Billy says, I was the perfect cretin as a young man. Oh, I was a perfect cretin. Well, no, I wasn't even a good cretin. I've said that a lot, that I wasn't even a good bad guy. I was a bad boy, but I wasn't even a good bad boy. I met good bad boys. I was like, I need to work on my game. I was not a good bad boy. Billy at Strong's Adventure says, we are all invincible between the ages of 18 and 30. Boy, I was. I thought the world revolved around me. And I think it started about 14, about 13 or 14. It was like, yes, the world was created in 6 days for my pleasure. For my pleasure. And that's the way I looked at it. Starscream goes, hello, what's up? Had several death machines back in the day. Yes, several.
You missed Billy's comment. Mama
says, must have one more Sasquatch video. Have more. This next year, we are going to do a lot of stuff out of the box and have fun. We're going to try to have a lot more fun. Here's what I've learned about informative videos. They're informative. You can learn something. I don't have as much fun these days with informative videos. And I'll tell you, when I say informative videos, let me clarify that. Anybody can go to Fredericksburg and make another video about Fredericksburg. No offense, Jessica, because Jessica's from Fredericksburg. And Fredericksburg is amazing. Anybody can go to Gettysburg, make a great video about Gettysburg. But you've got to do something that differentiates your channel from somebody else's and whatnot. And I enjoy having a little bit of fun and goofing off. And so, yeah, there's going to be more Bigfoot, zombies, whatever we can come up with. I really want a video of what happened to Opryland. I don't even know what to say to that. I really don't. Bro, Fred is a big lame. Oh, come on now, Jess. Carol and I have been to Fredericksburg. We didn't get to make a video there. We got called away on an emergency, so we had to leave. But I don't think it was lame. Maybe. It was cold. That's all I remember about Fredericksburg is it was cold.
It was cold.
It was freezing cold when we were at Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg's about, what, 2.5 hours from the house, something like that?
I don't remember.
We went from there to Gettysburg thinking that would be like, it's a long story. You just have to hear the whole story. We'll tell you sometime. Billy said, I want to see O'Brien's song. In order to do that, you got to go to Spotify. And if you're still listening, man, post a link there. We'll post it up for you. Unless he's not sharing the song right now. I haven't talked to O'Brien personally about it. O'Brien's got his own channel too. It's for smart people. So that means I lasted 3 minutes. Last night I watched it I desperately tried last night to understand what he was doing because he's coding with the computer. He's doing code. And so I go to O'Brien's channel and I'm like, and he's like, click, click, click. And he's telling people what he's doing. And I'm sitting there and I'm glued. I'm like, okay. And like 5 minutes later, I'm going, I still don't have a clue. I still don't have a clue what he's doing. In 2020, on all streaming platforms, Word.
You're missing a bunch of content. Hold on.
Here we go.
Big Frog says, talk about Opryland while cooking in your Dutch oven.
While cooking in my Dutch oven. Harold Denton says, where do you live in West Virginia? Is that for me? I'm thinking it is. I don't live in West Virginia. I live in Virginia, in Harrisonburg. But we make a lot of videos in West Virginia because it's an awesome place. Starscream Go said, whenever you want to watch a race at Martinsville, I'll host you. Sounds great, man.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun. Let's go do that. Hey, that sounds like a video. Jessica Harris says, and the only interesting thing is Fairy Farm. That sounds fabulous. Get it? Fabulous. Anyway, sorry. Bad joke. Different spelling of the word fairy, too.
Jessica said O'Brien's song is also on Apple Music.
It's on. I didn't know it was like streaming on all platforms. You can get this on all platforms. Strong Adventure says big barbecue and cooking. Exactly. Oh, exactly. Okay, never mind. That was a little slow. Jessica here says it's also on Apple Music. Bring. Then Jessica says it's called 2020. Juan Thomas. So when did you, Bill, say you were giving away the Dutch oven? I'm not giving away the Dutch oven. It's not happening. It's not happening. However, at 10,000 subscribers, if we can get 10,000 subscribers, which isn't looking good, I got to be honest with you. We're going through what they call a cold purge. That's what the rumor is on YouTube right now. It's called a cold purge, which means they're not really announcing anything, but they're going through channels and they're making sure that, you ever get that spam every now and then you'll see spam on somebody's comments. It'd be like, beautiful mother to love, click here or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? One of those kind of spams. And when they spam, it's hilarious because YouTube, like I always report it, but the bots will actually subscribe. Was that Dad? Was that Nathan? The bots will actually subscribe to your channel. And so then YouTube goes through there and they clear it out. So we've lost a few subscribers this month, particularly. I thought, oh, it's our live stream, but actually we have a net gain still of like 58 subscribers. But because of the soft purge, we are a long way away from our 5. We are a long way away from our 10,000. Juan Thomas, Gary Millwood says, this is a town in Kentucky that a train runs down the middle of Main Street. Would be interesting. That does sound interesting. Where at, Gary? Where was that? Strong's Adventure says, or Harold Denton says, you ought to be a Bigfoot researching with Daniel Benoit from Harrisonburg. He runs XBRO, East Coast Bigfoot Research Organization. I talk a little bit with Matt Siebert from East Tennessee Bigfoot. I haven't met Daniel Benoit. I haven't met him yet. O'Brien Timon says, I would create 500 emails and subscribe with all of them because I need to do the makeup. Don't get me in trouble with YouTube. Don't do it. Don't do it. Juan Thomas says, Strong's Venture is if I ask enough, he might just give one away. No, I need my Dutch oven back. Get Nathan up here. Tell him he's got to do this with me. Say, get up here, boy.
You know he ain't gonna want to.
You got to get him up here. Juan Thomas says, Justin Thornton's in the house. He says, good evening. He says, good evening. So, yeah, back to stimulus packages. Billy at Strong's Adventure says, I'm telling you, if you do another Opryland video, you'll hit 10,000. I don't know what I could possibly do with another Opryland video. I have no idea what I could possibly do. I really don't. Plus, I'd have to drive to Nashville, and that is a long drive for me now. Used to, that was a 90-minute drive, 2-hour drive. Brent G said, Music Man is in the house. Justin Thornton, even better. I'll do 165, and we can split it 3 ways. I've never seen so many people want to see makeup on a man before. It's like, no, Bill, you really need it. Those eyes of yours. We got to do something there. We've got to do something with those eyes because there's the dark circles have got to go. Yeah, it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year. I think President-elect Biden said our darkest days are ahead of us, are ahead of us, not behind us. That was reassuring. I felt comforted. Harold Denton says, Daniel researches up by the Stanton Water Reservoir. He has 16 to 18 long prints that are over 9 inches across the toes and have good 6 to 7 feet at the head. I can't see well. Is that feet or inches? I'm sorry. At the heel. Jessica Harris has said, even better, all the Holarillers can do 72. Oh, good grief. Marion down in Brazil says, Hola, Marion, how are you? Good to see you. Marion is from Brazil, and he watched the snowshoe video today and loved it. He was like, snow, because he doesn't get to see snow. So I was thrilled. Welcome to the chat, Marion. Everybody say hello to Marion and welcome him into the live chat. And I'm still trying to figure out Toll House cookies here, Toll House chips, because I'm trying to do the whole melt the chocolate thing and dunk rich crackers in them. And I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I'm serious. It's bad. Jessica's trying to line me out on this, but I feel like there's more to it. I don't know how much butter to use when I'm melting it without it going crazy. We're just having issues. We're just having issues with the Ritz crackers. It's not going down. It's not going down well. So the girls are coming tomorrow night. Nathan's here. He refuses, I guess, to come up here
He
and
said, I don't want to tonight.
well, you know, he's refusing. But the girls will be here tomorrow night. Unfortunately, though, this is our last live stream before Christmas. As you can tell, I'm tired. I'm struggling tonight. Live streaming every night. These guys that live stream every night are impressive. Now, most of the people that live stream, though, they have topics, you know, politics or whatever. And they do this all day, and then they have an engineer that breaks it up into 15-minute segments. And you just watch them; they're like they're doing this all day. Jessica Harris says, "Look it up online. I'm sure some middle-aged woman with 27 kids made a recipe about it." Oh snap! Actually, I was. What was the one thing I was going to make that I saw? I was looking for what I was doing wrong, and I saw this one woman was making praline. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. I was watching. I was like, I can do that. Surely. Jessica says, that sounds oddly, Brink says, that sounds oddly specific. I've never met a woman with 27 kids. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. And she needs an award for that. You need an award and some type of stimulus package. Billy says, my cookies are better than grandma's. So when are you bringing them to the house? I have yet to hear about these gingerbread cookies that he's supposed to bring to the house. I haven't heard anything about them. What's up?
I don't know.
What's up? I gotta wait till after Christmas. What's going on, man? They have cooking videos on YouTube. Yeah, they sure do.
Yankee Strong's Adventures at Oak and Creekville. They make lots of cooking videos on YouTube.
I just now subscribed to this lady though. I don't know. She was really sweet though. Like her whole bit was good, and it's a simple video. It was like, okay, I get it. And it was like you mix brown sugar, butter, and something, and you stir it up till it like boils, and it looks like it's about to burn, but you're like stirring it rigorously, and you've got your Ritz crackers that have baked in an oven, and you pour this brown sugary mix over the Ritz crackers, which I'm assuming it will get hard because the candy, I'm sure, is getting, you know, the mixture is going to get up to the candying. You know that it turns to candy and it hardens at a certain degree, Carolyn. It's a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can talk about I'm that guy that can't work on his car. I'm terrible at being a mechanic, but I can tell you, never mind. I'm not even going to say that without getting made fun of by everybody in the chat room tonight, and deserve it. Gary Millwood said, most first-time visitors to historic downtown La Grange, that's French, La Grange. Yes, a train runs through it, right down the center of Main Street. I haven't been to La Grange forever, where up to 30 trains a day grace this county seat of Oldham County. Been to Oldham County many times. Right there, Gary, where Crestwood United Methodist is, know that area well. That's in Oldham County, isn't it? And trained at Fort Knox, of course, when I was a young man. But I know Oldham County well. Am I got that right, Gary? You got Crestwood right there. It's horse country. It's great horse country. Juan Thomas says, Bryn G. Mount Airy is a city in Surrey County, North Carolina. Marion says, do you like Brazil, Bill Marion? Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I like Fast and Furious.
Yes.
Because my wife likes Vin Diesel. Let's just be honest. All right. So that means I have taken my wife to see every Fast and Furious movie because she is a Fast and Furious fan. And I love my wife, and I'm secure in our relationship. Because if not, I would watch her drool over Vin Diesel, even though I keep telling her, look, man, he's old. And I don't know if that he likes women. I'm just saying. But yeah. Yes. But yeah, I love Fast and Furious. And so that means, you know, you got to love that part where Vin Diesel says, Brazil. Yes. And so, yeah, exactly. Jessica says, who doesn't love Vin Diesel? Bridgie, going back to Bridgie, she says, thank you, Juan. I know Mayberry was make-believe town, but I think I was loosely based on Mount Airy. Could be wrong. Is it near Knob Creek? We have more knobs in our video than you can shake a stick at. My son finds that hilarious, sophomoric humor and whatnot. Gary Millwood says, yes, and Big Frog says, Mount Airy is Andy Griffith's hometown. And I got to do that again. Brazil! That's fun. You ever done that? If you just wherever you're at right now, do that one time. It'll feel good. Brazil! Telling you, I'm going to do that Christmas Day. It's the best feeling ever. Ronna doesn't mind that I have a crush on Meg Ryan. Wow, Billy, it's Strong's Adventure. You're showing your age. I haven't seen old Meg recently. I haven't seen Meg recently. She was beautiful back in the day. she was married to Dennis Quaid, and they did the movie Inner Space together. Remember that? Remember that? And then she had this fling with Russell Crowe, which broke her and Mr. Quaid up. Starscream Ghost says, I'm not far. I like Pilot Mountain and Hanging Rock when I think I'll go for a walk. William Bannister says, hey, from Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, William Bannister from Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Chat it up with us. We're crazy and all over the place. Just don't be offended because it gets crazy in here. It's nuts. So you get it. When in doubt, just make fun of me. That seems to be what works for everybody here. It works. Harold Denton says, dumb diesel. Me drive big, powerful. Dumb diesel. Me drive big, powerful. Mopar vehicle. Jessica Harris, can you please do a live stream tomorrow? I'm going to be in the car for 13 hours and need to do something. I cannot promise you anything tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, definitely not. I am showing how tired I am now. I do need a break. I need to shut down now and turn the phone off. And maybe we can do something tomorrow if I wake up feeling halfway decent. But it's time for a long winter's nap, as the poem goes. As I am worn out, not just from this, but from other stuff as well. William Bannister says, I'm actually from south of Cincinnati. Been up here working tonight, going back truck driving. Well, be careful in your truck. We were just talking about truck driving a minute ago, about essential workers and things like that. And whatever you do, don't watch the Cumberland conspiracy video. I have made every truck driver in the world mad on that video because it's satire. And I talk about the hazmat in Cumberland. They're on 25E about the hazmat signs, and I'm like, why is there hazmat? But it's supposed to be satire. And every truck driver in the world got on there and said, it's because of chemicals, you idiot, and all this stuff. I'm like, oh. Anywho, Stanton is just up the road. William Bannister said, I wish I was in Virginia right now, over there around Verona Station. Nice area. Wonderful. What did I say? Station. Mm-hmm. Verona, Stanton.
Which that's just up the road.
That's just down the road. We were in Stanton today buying my salted ham. We bought a big ham for Christmas dinner. It says, if you can come to Brazil, you can stay at my house, friend. Hey, we'd love to. We might take you up on that. Never know. Yes. Never know. However, I snore and I need my sleep machine with me. So we got to go to Nicaragua back in 2015. I think it's 2015. Yeah, so, yeah. Back in 2015, had a great time. I was on a mission trip. And when I say great time, it was a mission trip. A lot of work. And Gary Millwood said, you're easy to make fun of. You leave yourself wide open. Well, that's a part of the shtick, Gary. I can pop back, but what fun is that? Jessica Harris says, if you go to Brazil, the college kids are coming with you. Yes. Well, that's what we love. What we're trying to do, Jessica, is we're trying to organize a mission trip. Obviously, for current circumstances, kind of prevents us from doing anything right now. But we are trying to get a mission trip together this summer, possibly. It's still possible, but we'll have to see. According to President-elect Biden, our worst days are ahead of us when it comes to this situation. Harold Denton says, I enjoy your videos for the crazy humor and the beautiful mountain scenery in your videos. Hope that you have a merry tree. I'm just kidding. Hope that you have a Merry Christmas. Hey, Harold, Merry Christmas to you as well. And I always appreciate it when you stop by the channel. Thank you for stopping by. Billy says, oh, no, you didn't get ham in Stanton, did you? Yes, I did. I got ham in down at Stanley. Not at Stanley Meat Market. Yeah. Please don't tell me there's something wrong with it because it's too late if it is, because I'm going to eat it raw. It looks great. It looks amazing. I think you're supposed to brine it first. Hey, Billy at Strong's Adventure. Please weigh in on this. Am I supposed to soak that like for 24 hours in salt water or something? Help me out there. Throw me a bone. I just had this thought where I thought, am I supposed to do something with that thing? And Billy says they sell horse meat. Well, listen, don't knock horse until you try it. Not everybody can ride a horse. And here's the thing. So that means that there's a lot of unemployed horses, and they didn't get a stimulus package either. You're killing two birds with one stone, or in this case, you're killing two horses for Christmas. So it works. But it looks like pork ham. Whatever works, man. If it's tender and it's horse, that's fine. That's perfectly okay. I think Marianne says, can you say anything in Portuguese? No, No. I got nothing. Sorry, Marion. I got nothing. I can speak Pig Latin fluently. Jessica says, okay, but we don't eat humans that are unemployed and didn't get a stimulus check. Speak for yourself.
Ew.
Speak for yourself. Have you ever had like barbecue person? It's good.
What?
It's really good. It depends on if it's cooked, cured, or aged. It's none of the above. It's an uncooked ham. It's an uncooked ham. And yeah, it was hanging. It's uncooked. O'Brien says, OMG.
Because of what you said.
Which part? About the cooked people?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Stop it.
What? Haven't you ever seen the movie? What was that movie called? Alive or something like that?
Oh.
Jessica's like, I'm unsubscribing. Ew, you're gross. So, Billy says, they say the palm is the most
Oh my goodness. Can we please get off this topic?
Oh, man.
Back to the ham. Strong's Adventure wants to know if it's smoked.
Strong's Adventure says smoked. No, I don't.
You bought it. I was in the car.
I don't think so. Big Frog Barbecue cooking. It was alive. That's right. I don't think so, Billy. I don't think it's smoked. Just an uncooked ham. Billy says makes a good soup. Horse meat does make a good soup, and human meat. Because if you're hungry, you'll eat a little toe off somebody, man. Be like, you take those little toes, you tenderize them, a little salt and pepper, put them on the grill. About 10 minutes on each side. You want to make sure they're cooked all the way through because you don't know what the other person's been eating or where they've been stepping. And there you go.
On. Big Frog Barbecue says, get the ham from the fridge and show it to Billy.
Get the ham from the big brick. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go.
Take it out back. Need help?
So, we about had ham all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
What did you do to this thing?
Well, I wanted to make sure it didn't dry out so I could put it in a couple bags. So here's a little piece of it. They queued it up for me. You know, they cut it up. So here's one of those. What do you think? This is the buttocks of a person that we decided to eat.
What? Oh my gosh, will you please stop going back to that topic?
William Bannister says, are you from Harrisonburg? No, actually, I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Actually, Hickson, Tennessee. And I'm not actually technically from there, but I lived there for 15 years. Jessica goes, graceful. O'Brien says, and now Carolyn takes over. The laugh. Carolyn's got a one-of-the-kind laugh, and Brent G's losing it. Well, we went to the bottom of this one. Okay, so and Billy says, oh, I was so wrong. That's not horse, it's mule. Yeah, it's mule. So what do you think, Billy? Help us out here, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here's the fat side. I think I'm supposed to score that or something. And I got music people in here to write the score, so we're in good shape. I'll walk. Can't take it. Nuo, Mexico 1912. Screw a stimulus check, open up everything, and get back to work. Ain't that the troll? Ain't that the truth? Let's get back to work. Okay, so what do y'all think? Let me know. I need to know what to do with this thing. I know I'm going to cook it in Coca-Cola, but I thought I was supposed to do something with it. Makes a great gravy for Christmas morning. It does indeed. I'm going to have to wait. We got to keep it bagged up, though. Got to keep it bagged up. I'm pretty sure it smells good. It smells like ham. I'm looking forward to eating this thing. I'm starved right now. We didn't eat good. We did not eat well today at all.
Because you had us running all over.
We had to run all over the place for this ham. I know that I think I've had like a bagel, chips and salsa.
For those last-minute shoppers.
I had a bagel, M&Ms, and chips and salsa. I think that's what I've had to eat today. That is wholesome, nutritious food coming right at you. Strong says, yes, you are going to have to do a lot with that. Oh, great. All right, now, Billy, you're scaring me. What do you mean I'm going to have to do a lot with that? Help me out here. All right, so do I have to brine it or something? You're scaring me, Billy, in front of all of my friends. All of the people in here are yelling at me now. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm waiting for Billy to bail me out of the situation. I'm getting scared now. That because I remember last time I had to do all kinds of stuff. Like it was, Harold Denton says, if I was on a plane that crash landed in the mountains, I'm pretty sure I could learn to eat some barbecued human body parts so that I would not starve. And never mind the barbecue. We could do barbecue, teriyaki, hot sauce, deep fried. I mean, if you crash on a plane, what are the odds that you have flour and oil for deep frying? I'm just saying, because if that happened, oh, man, you're going to have some great food. Just soak it overnight. That is just pig parts. You know, if you crash land in the middle of the Arctic, well, if you crash in the middle of the Arctic, you're probably in water or in ice and you're going to drown. But let's say you're in Antarctica and you've crash landed, you're still going to die. Would you want to crash with fat people, or would you want to crash? Because that's the real question. Would you want to crash with fat people, or would you want to crash with fit people? I guess it would be more grisly if it were fit people. I don't know. And then it really depends on, you know, I think I'm grossing myself out now. I think right then that just lost it for me. Just the visualization of the type of person that you're eating. You know, it's like, what, you know, because you're basically eating whatever they're eating. Ugh. Okay, wait a minute. I think I just lost it on that one. I think I definitely just lost with that one. Harold Denton says, probably going to freeze to death if crashed in the Arctic. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Because that's where all the UFOs are. Billy says, never try to eat a politician or a lawyer. There's the punchline there. What is the punchline? I can't remember the punchline. Well, bigger passengers would help you live longer. That's right. Well, that's true. That's true. Is it true that anyone in the United States has a weapon? Well, everybody in this live chat does. Knowing at least half the people or more, yeah, if this is a sample statistic, yes. Yes. That's right. They're full of it. I knew it was something like that. Will everybody say hi to Joe? Everybody say hi to Joe. Welcome, Joe. Joe who? Joe Mama. Oh, Green. Marion says, OMG. OMG. Yeah. Gary Millwood says, you'll need a lot of rest and some sleep meds. Just saying. I'm thinking I'm going to have to salt that ham. Or, brine that or something. I just don't know exactly. I don't remember. I don't have a 5-gallon bucket either. You're supposed to like dip it in a 5-gallon bucket, like you set it in there overnight. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble probably. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Nice. Do you need sleep? You looking 55, 60? I'm going to bed on that one. Marion, most folks living in southern states of America own lots of guns and ammo. America, it's our heritage. I can't say anything to anyone. Just because I think our house is an arsenal. I mean, like compared to some people, you know, and I don't even think we have, because I was just talking to Nathan, my son, about this an hour ago. It was before he left. So it'd be like 3 or 4 hours ago. He's got a lot of, you know, he's got an arsenal. I don't have nearly as many as he does. And yet I look under my bed and I go, wow, I can't even sit anything under the bed because it's like rifle, 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 rifle all the way across. What do you think of having a Brazilian person assisting you? Assisting me doing what?
Strong's Adventures, a 24 to 36 hour marination. Do good. So
I need to soak it in a brine. Okay, I need to do. Okay, all right. I've got to figure that. I'd have no idea how to do that. I guess what I have to do is go get a 5-gallon bucket tomorrow because I don't have one here in the house. I just realized that. Gary Millwood says, "Hey Joe." At Harold Denton, amen. We do need more ammo. There's a ammo crisis going on in this country right now. I was hoping the stimulus package would help us out with that. Maybe Biden will help us with a stimulus package for our ammunition problems. Jessica Harris says, I cleaned house today that had a shotgun sitting in the corner. Now that's a house that's full of love.
Sitting on that.
That's a house full of love. Harold Denton said, I have 11,022 rounds. Actually, that's a big deal. I remember a few years ago when you could not get 22 rounds anywhere. Jessica Harris says, then there were 3 handguns just chilling on top of the toaster. On top of the toaster?
What?
What are they doing on top of the toaster? I think, what's his name? That comedian. Oh, my gosh. What is his name? Marion says 5-gallon buckets. 5-gallon buckets at all times. Can you say ban from YouTube? Billy says at Harold Denton, I have close to that in 5 point. And listen, knowing Billy, personally, I mean, Billy and our friends in the real world. He does have Billy. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Jessica Harris, they were just hanging out there on top of the toaster. At least put them in a drawer or by the toaster's a bad place. You can get scared that way. You put it by the coffee maker. It's better there. Don't put it near the microwave. Bad things can happen. Trust me. Harold Denton says, I need to buy more 30-06. I'm down to about 20 30-06. I need to buy some 30-06 too. 308 hunting rifles and ammo for them both. Marion says, Carolyn Marion and her wife.
Well, I think they're asking if I'm your wife, so I said yes.
Yes.
There's an ammo problem, but only because folks are hoarding like toilet paper.
Yeah, pretty much. Harold Denton says, my son is a naval officer. He has lots of 5.56 rounds. We used to, well, I'm not going to say that on here because that would be a, we used to, I'll just leave it at that. I don't know how the other YouTubers, they censor themselves constantly as far as, saying certain things, and you can see it in their eyes when they're like, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. And I'm terrible at it. Marion says, is my God asking many questions? Well, I don't have an answer for that.
Is it a typo?
I think it's a typo. I have no idea. And we had that awkward silence that people in television fear. Awkward silence where everything just kind of goes boop. Everything's quiet.
Awkward silence.
Well, you got to keep things lively when you're doing the whole live stream. You got to keep things going, which is easy for me to do as far as keeping talking. I don't really have a problem with that, especially with you here, Jamie. Can you pull that up, Jamie? Can you go ahead and pull that up? However, looking here, Brazil, and so yeah, there it is. So we were on to ammo. We were eating people, and then we went to ammo.
We're not going back to people talking.
I know. I'm just saying it's kind of weird that we went from ham and how to prepare ham to eating people to ammunition. Now I'm getting scared. The progression there was weird. Now it's a party. It has been a crazy year. I can say that if you go back to this time last year, we actually had a terrible Christmas last year. It was terrible. It was awful. It was awful. And so this Christmas, I'm hoping it's going to be a great Christmas as far as family being here. It's going to be great. Harold Denton says, do you own any Henry or Marlin level action rifles? I like them. I want them either 40 cal or 45, 70 cal. Billy says, I have no bullets or beans stocked up. If you would like to send us some, there's a P.O. box in or about our page. Dennis Jackson said, we started with the stimulus package. Now that's even a crazier, progression. The stimulus is $600 from $10 million to Pakistan. Let's talk about cannibalism. Right there, boom. Billy says toes and fungus, go. Speaking of cannibalism, Harold Denton says pork is too greasy, especially compared to a human.
Oh my gosh.
Juan Thomas, the Strong's Venture needs to have smell-o-vision. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Billy says, Mama said it. Oh, gosh. The idea, though, of smell-o-vision would be bad if you think about it. We always start somewhere and end up somewhere else. That's the story of this channel.
Yes.
That's the story of my videos in general. They got all these ways that you're supposed to make videos, and I'm like, nah, we could do that. You could have more subscribers. I'm like, no, we really wouldn't. We really wouldn't. Trust me, this is the way. Brent G, we always start. Oh, she just said, Jessica Harris says, because you always start with boring stuff. Wah, wah, wah. Renji, you are so correct. You are so correct. Are you guys wanting me to stay on topic? Really? Do you want me to be like every other YouTube talk show thing where we stay on the same topic? Oh, help us, Lord. Dennis said, go back to Canada, eh? We keep going downhill. Oh, come on, Gary. It's not downhill. It's uphill with a lot more excitement. The world needs more humor. I think the world needs more humor too. I think it's speaking of stimulus checks, because that was funny. The stimulus check was funny. I don't think there was any way to stay on the stimulus check without breaking into absolute humor. The whole thing is hysterical. And if you don't see that, it's not that you're on the wrong channel. It's just that, wow, you misinformed about the way money works and everything else. But wouldn't be boring if you talked about Opryland. Oh man. It wouldn't be boring if I gave away the Dutch oven. I know somebody's about to say it.
Juan Thomas, if you kept the same subject, it would be CNN.
Oh. Hashtag not my fake news. And CNN. Do you remember back in the 80s and early 90s, CNN was the source for news, man. You watch CNN to catch up every 30 minutes. It was great. I mean, yeah, there was a liberal tint, whatever, but now it's just insane. It's like MSNBC for special ed. Big Frog says, I have a fever and I have a fever and the only cure is more Opryland. Oh, dang, I'm missing CNN. Billy says, Clinton News Network. I think that probably changed a little bit. Harold Denton said, Daniel Benoit has a really nice AR-15 in the 223 flat wheel. Strong's Adventures, Big Frog Barbecue and Cookie. Oh, okay. We're catching up the laughing. That's the other thing about reading all the comments is you read a lot of comments that you're not supposed to read. But I'm just trying to keep it lively. Try to read the comments, going back and forth. This has been, I'm going to tell you something. This is the second year we did Vlogmas. We had to do it differently this year. There was no way I could make a video every day this year. I tried last year, and I think I made 20-something videos, but I didn't even finish out the Vlogmas. And it's actually, and I'll say this again in a video that's coming up, it actually is changed. It's going to change the course of our channel because we really had a great time. It's a lot easier to make a video or to do a video when we're having fun and there's no pressure. Most of the time that's the case, but with the algorithm, you got to make videos or your views drop. And this year, it's better. It's a lot better to do. I just glanced over at Big Frog and said start early next year. We are going to make live streams a part of it. And if it works out well, we'll just start doing live streams a lot. But I know that people like for us to go places too. So it's really hard sometimes to make that decision. And here's the other thing for you YouTubers out there. The more we live stream, the more my regular videos, they don't get played. And I don't understand that. Like I've got a video out right now. The head of my pen just came off. I got two videos out right now and they're struggling. And it's something having to do with the fact of releasing all of these videos and they don't get views. So I don't understand that. So it's like, am I not able to do both? Is that what's going on? So I really don't understand how that works. So we're trying to figure stuff out. Maybe we will. Harold Denton said, you all have a lot of bears harvested every year up there in Rockingham County. Yes, we do. This is great. This is great bear hunting country. I'm wanting to go bear hunting and deer hunting. Billy knows I've talked to Billy about that many times. And we've been here 3 years and haven't been able to go yet just because of responsibilities. That and the fact that most of the time when I do have a free day, I want to be with Carolyn. Carolyn and I we take off. And that's the truth. And we'll make a video while we're doing our thing. But Carolyn and I love being together. And so when I'm out in the woods, I'm not really out with Carolyn. If we're out deer hunting, if I'm out deer hunting somewhere, Carolyn's like, I'm not doing that. So it's unfortunate. I've got friends of mine that bear hunt, they're quite good at it. Gary Millwood said, auction off the Dutch oven.
Or go back because, excuse me. Oh, goodness, where did it go?
Well,
Juan Thomas
says, Big Frog Barbecue and Cooking. I have a fever also for a free Dutch oven from Bill. Big Frog says, that's right, Juan. Juan Thomas says, my bid is $5 for the Dutch. Juan, I'm not selling the Dutch oven. Not doing it unless the bid was high enough.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm trying to raise $10,000 for this channel. Could do that thing where, you know, they have like a telethon for YouTubers who try to raise money for something, you know, and like the giveaway will be the Dutch. That would be hilarious. Billy said, deer around here shut their eyes when you shine a light on them, so it makes hunting a bit hard. Well, Thomas says $10 then. Gary Mowood says, my bid is 6 rollers. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Listen, guys, I have got to get off here tonight. I got to spend some time, or no, I have to spend time with my son. I want to spend some time with my son and hang out with him. Tomorrow night, the girls are coming in here. It has been great. And of course, I've got a couple more videos coming out between now and Christmas. And so I really, really hope. I got one coming out tomorrow night. For those of you who don't have a life and Christmas Eve, you're like, I'm bored, I don't have anything to do. Trust me, I'll have a video out. And so be looking out for that. If not, I'll just get my whole family and we'll just live stream with the whole family and just, y'all can see how bad I really get made fun of. And we'll have a good time. Juan Thomas says, is it Juan Thomas? Is that who's up? Harold Denton says, go to Virginia Inland Game, the fisheries website. Every year, 3,000 hunters are harvested. 3,000 hunters are harvested in the state of Virginia. Oh, Lord. Heading to bed. Way too late now. Yes, Bill, you need to get in bed. Reggie says, good night. Good night, Bren. Thank you always for watching our videos. Every one of you guys, we are so very grateful. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Be blessed. We'll see you guys after Christmas, or maybe before. I don't know.